So, is America great yet? I'm just curious because I've been checking every day the news. I've been trying to figure it out. We've been setting off fireworks. Fourth of July passed a while back, and all I see is a lot of student debt, expired dreams, and a lot of microplastics in my system. I mean, we got flags, no direction. It seems we got pride, but it tastes like lead paint and sounds like someone screaming on Fox News and MSNBC. It feels. Is this what greatness looks like? Let's start from the beginning of where this even started from. This is gonna be a long rant. I'm sorry. I have to find some way to get my thoughts out. Donald Trump is back. We know this. He's in there. Not a meme. This is not some crazy headline. No, he's back. And what did he do? First, the most wildly unqualified president. Again, if you thought he was wild in his first term, if you don't know what he's been doing, if you've been living under a rock, let me just explain. He has come back with a fiery vengeance. He came in hot, day one, executive orders, flying like divorce papers at a Real Housewives reunion. It was crazy. He gutted climate regulations, slashed DEI programs, pardoned political allies, got those people that stormed the Capitol out of there, and basically put a MAGA crown on the Department of Education. And schools are banning books such as Fahrenheit 451 and Animal Farm. So that's fun. And his cabinet. His cabinet just sucks. It's conspiracy theorists, oil lobbyists, a billionaire who's never used the library. Linda McMahon is there for some reason. I don't know. This doesn't feel like leadership. It's like fan service for a base addicted to chaos. It's very strange. And while the other half of the country cheers, another half of the country is scrolling through TikTok and cold brew. That's what we got. We got people that are a part of some seemingly cult-like following, and then the other half that are too apathetic to genuinely care. And then the vocal minority is being the real activists, but they're not really doing anything. What's killing me is that Donald Trump is always using executive privilege like a speedrun cheat code, rewriting laws very fast that we can't even fact check them on Twitter or X or. I don't want to dead name things because I'm being censored now. This is 2025. Land of the free, home of the, vibes, where the Constitution is slowly becoming a pick your own adventure story. I don't know what's happening here. And the irony is really interesting. America is the land of free speech, right? And if you see on screen right now, YouTube is limiting that very free speech. It's a testing ground for the algorithm that where we get more targeted ads because all they care about is advertisers. We got government approved internet usage. We're banning books, shadow banning creators, and demonetizing truth and calling it safety. All while throwing kids into a digital playground run by billionaires in hoodies who donate to both sides, so they always win. So the UK has the Online Safety Act. Australia has Collective Shout, which is strangling payment platforms. And now we're here, trying to legislate the chaos out of cyberspace by slapping it with filters and content warnings. And here's the fun part. We already know it's not about protecting children. It never was. If we cared about the kids, we'd fund schools, not cops. We'd teach digital literacy, not pass censorship bills written by people who don't know how to turn off autoplay. That's what we do. What they want is control. What they want is your data, your patterns, your dopamine cycles packaged and sold to the highest bidder on the branding of wellness. And on top of all this, on top of the two things that are happening, we have race wars. I thought America, when I first got here, I was born in Alexandria, then I moved here. I thought America was a melting pot. Nope, it's a microwave casserole of half-digested diversity. That's what it is. It's disgusting. It's performative allyship. Race in America is not a topic. It's not. Not just black versus white, despite the fact that everybody wants it to be black and white. It's black versus white, but not black versus white. It's a weapon, a trend, a Super Bowl commercial, an American Eagle ad, all over again. It's stupid. It's kneeling and doing nothing. And companies, they love it. They love to pour gasoline on the fire and call it representation. You want to talk about race wars? Look at every time a brand drops a vaguely controversial ad with a white model and double entendre about jeans. That's going to happen a lot more.
It's not activism. This is bait. Race bait. Clickbait. Is what it is. It's all it is. It's just generational trauma clickbait. And while we're too busy fighting in the comment section about whether the campaign was problematic or misunderstood, the CEOs are printing engagement metrics and sipping oat milk lattes made from your outrage because you're being milked. This is what's going on. You're being milked, but you're vegan, so it's oat milk. So there it goes. It's not social change, just social manipulation. Everyone's stressed. Not like, oh, I forgot my keys stressed. No, it's like I haven't known peace since 2016, and now I twitch when I hear the news. That's the kind of stressed I am. We are a country exhausted, underpaid, overexposed. That is what's happening. We're pretending to be functional and going to work 50 hours a week. I still work at Amazon. I still work at Amazon. The average American probably has anxiety levels that will be qualified for a full mental breakdown in 1955. But now, we're expected to hustle, manifest, and on top of this, all the red pillars are telling you that women are against you, and all men are bad. Every man is a piece of garbage, and men don't feel like they can talk to people. And we've got student loans, rent that eats half your paycheck, a job that tracks your keystrokes, and the looming awareness that Earth might not be inhabitable by 2040. But sure, Karen, tell me more about how your self-care Sundays. Tell me more about how the billionaires, what this is stupid. What's worse, we're told it's our fault. This is our fault. That we're not meditating enough, that we just need better time management, that we should grind harder, that maybe we'd be happier if we bought this new app that tracks our serotonin while selling the information from our serotonin to the Pentagon. But here's the thing I don't think they're going to expect. That we're tired, but we're not dead. And somewhere under the apathy, the memes, the constant doom scrolling, there's still something breathing, something ancient and collective. I believe we forgot how powerful we are. I think we did. That every system built to control us is terrified of realizing they can't function without our compliance. They can ban books. Fahrenheit 451 was my favorite. But they can't ban memory. They can filter speech, but they can't filter thought. They can rig elections with media, but not the moment you look your neighbor in the eye and say, hey, this isn't working. It's easy to feel small. I've discovered to feel like you don't matter in a machine that's massive and well-oiled with distraction. But all it takes is one person saying, no. That's all it takes. America is not great yet. But maybe it could be. But not through flags or MAGA or slogans, but through literal truth resistance and the refusal to shut up. Just the refusal to do so. Greatness does not come from pageantry. It comes from accountability. It doesn't come from fireworks or chants or slapping freedom on every product. And for some reason, Trump has a cologne line. Did anybody? Nobody's talking about the Trump cologne line. I don't know anybody saying he has a literal cologne line. I don't know. Well, nobody's saying that. It comes from asking hard questions, admitting ugly truths, and refusing to accept that exploitation is just how things are. White people have a history. It sucks. It's a garbage history. Black people don't know their history. Mexican people have a history in this country. Immigrants helped build this country. But also, white people helped build this country. There are ugly truths to that in all aspects. There is history of destruction and ruin. But we can't let the history keep repeating itself and keep having these wars and keep trying to be sad about everything. This country was built on revolution, on defiance, not on corporate partnerships with algorithms. We are being told to be grateful for scraps. I know the mindset of wanting America to be great again, where the white man had everything. I grasp it. I know what it's like. But now it's okay to have everyone have everything. It's okay to be okay with things. No reparations. No reparations. No pity party. DEI has to exist because there is still racism in the country. It needs to be acknowledged. Things have to exist. White people do have history and racism does still exist. Both can be true. We get scraps. Scraps of privacy, scraps of rights, scraps of dignity wrapped in red, white, and blue. and it's labeled progress. But real progress is not linear. It's not exponential. It's messy and weird. It doesn't trend well. It is not photographed neatly. And it certainly doesn't come with a marketing campaign. Trump's America is not new. Not at all. It's a mask ripped off. I'm now seeing politicians say, I'm trolling people. I'm now witnessing meme culture be indoctrinated into politics. I went to a city council meeting and it was a complete shit show. Whole thing was garbage. It's the same old systems though. This has always been happening. It's newer, it's glossier, but it's unapologetic because it's right in your face. And we let it slide again. We're not just complacent. We're advertising the collapse. Censorship isn't safety, it's a muzzle. And while we pretend to be shocked, we keep feeding the machine that silences us, all while yelling at each other for not using the right pronouns in the right order under the right Wi-Fi signal. It's stupid. Wake up. It's not about you. One guy in a coma actually wakes up. Wake up. It's not about you versus them. It's about us versus the manufactured us they keep selling. Corporations don't want unity. They want division. That's what they want. They want black squares in June and tax breaks in July. They want you too busy fighting each other to realize your boss hasn't given you a raise since the Obama administration. The news isn't informing you, it's programming you. The internet isn't connecting you anymore, it's tracking you. That's what's happening. America will not silence you by removing your voice. It silenced us by giving us too many platforms to scream into. I was watching The Good Place recently. If you haven't seen The Good Place, this is a great show, but I'm not going to spoil it. But there's a dilemma that happens in The Good Place where there's the aspect of infinity is brought into aspects. And what do you do with infinite choices? What do you do with that? Most people would become sedated. Everyone's yelling, but nobody's listening. All these different platforms. We've all been reduced to 15-second clips because if it doesn't trend, no one's going to listen. We got to have hot takes that prioritize rage over truth. So I'm not going so fast with this. I'm just talking. We value aesthetic over justice and branding over humanity. You think you're participating in discourse, but you're just playing chess with AI moderators and billionaires. You're arguing with a bot. All you're doing is arguing with bots. I bet that this is probably not what you thought things were going to be. Welcome to Freedom, brought to you by Verizon. We're not even having conversations. We're LARPing morality. That's all we're doing. And they love it. The people in charge love it because while we cancel each other for micro missteps, they're quietly passing the laws that strip us macro rights. If you scream into the void and it gets 10,000 likes, did you actually change anything? I'm serious. Did you change anything? Did you just perform your pain for the algorithm? Wow, people like it when I'm angry. I got 100,000 followers. Wow. It doesn't do anything. There's this myth that speaking up is always noble. But sometimes silence is strategy. You don't need to be outraged at every little thing. You can guide your rage and to be better with it. Because while you're busy proving you're right, they're busy rewriting the rules of the internet so your version of right gets throttled, demonetized, and eventually outlawed under the guise of public safety, protect the kids. You think you're educating people, they think you're a keyboard to suppress. And when it gets real, when it gets dangerous, that's when they remove your post. They just need to make sure no one sees it. Think about this, right? Think about this. You get to pick your president. The real power never left the room. You get to pick your gender on an app. But the app sells your preferences to marketers who target you with ads about body dysphoria and how these cures will help you. You get to pick between Pepsi or Coke, blue or red, Disney Plus or Netflix. But you didn't get to choose to live without surveillance because you opted into it when you signed the terms and agreements of being born in this decade. You often told me, I remember people always said to me when I was growing up, my information is worthless. Why would they want to spy on me? Why? Hey, You guys remember the Hunger Games? I don't know if you guys remember the Hunger Games. Remember Katniss Everdeen or Evergreen? Remember her? She knew who the enemy was. You guys remember that? We're all too busy trying to monetize our suffering to realize we're all in the same arena bleeding for views, hoping to be chosen by brands that see our lives as just another content vertical. We're just vertical. Influencer used to mean rebellion. We can influence the public. That's what it meant. To influence, to change, to shape. Now when I hear influencer, I know it means you're just advertising your trauma. So someone gives you a deal, a marketing brand, whatever it means. We have never had more ways to speak. And yet the only ones that are getting heard are the ones who say what the system wants you to repeat. Try challenging the machine. Try saying the wrong word. See how fast you become invisible. And in a world where attention becomes currency, invisibility is death. They don't want to oppress you, though. That's the thing. They want to distract you. That's all it is. It's a never-ending cycle of who's canceled now. Never-ending cycle of, oh, the left is just doing something funny and ridiculous. And as you cancel, they market on your outrage while the people in charge sip tax-free champagne. That's all that's going on. We're scrolling through war zones like side quests and seeing Palestine and Gaza. It's destruction. It's disgusting. We just keep blaming each other. We blame poor people for being poor, workers for striking, immigrants for existing, queer folks for demanding rights, and children for having TikTok, an app designed for children. But we never blame the system. I never seen people were saying Sydney Sweeney should be canceled, but they're not attacking really American Eagle. People were saying, oh, this person should be canceled, but what about the whole system? Let's uproot it. Why does nobody ever want to uproot the system? And whenever the system talks about getting uprooted, nothing happened. But I still feel, and this is important to me, this is important, that we still have a pulse. I remember when the internet first came out. Oh, it was amazing. They told me the internet was going to save us, that it would connect the world. It would democratize information. I'm not sure if democratize is the word. Democratize information and give every single person a voice. And it was going to be great. I was so happy. And then the void got filled with all of us. And then somebody decided we got to police the void. We are a generation that was handed the microphone and then punished for singing. We don't have bullets or chains or holes. We got shadow bans, demonetization, automatic keyword filtering, a quiet little threat. If you keep talking like that, no one will see you again. I don't think you say the word SA because you don't know what SA is or want to say the word. I think you've censored your own language. You can say the word gay. We're not raising kids anymore. We're not raising potential liabilities for tech companies. We're doing worse than both of those things. The minute a child logs into the internet, they're not treated like a human being. They're a marketing profile. Because as soon as you say something bad on the internet, you're now responsible for every 12-year-old Wi-Fi because people think parenting's too hard and iPads are cheaper than therapy. Language is dying. Not organically. Not through evolution. It's through regulation. Every time they say it's about protecting children, I really want to scream. You know what protects kids and what has always protected people throughout history? When we first discovered fire, Prometheus, bless you. We discovered that fire was dangerous, but we could use it for coal, for food. We educated ourselves. We give people the tools to use these things. That's what's happening. We cannot pretend that kids are too stupid to learn about the world. We cannot pretend that. There is no such thing as a safe internet. There is only a well-informed user and a responsible parent. But no one wants to admit that parenting is hard. No one wants to. So they treat censorship like a parenting shortcut, and creators like the reason your kid saw a boob once. We gotta blame the kids. We gotta blame the creator. No one wants to blame the adult because adults are infallible, right? And if it's still about protecting kids, why is all our data being still harvested? Why are VPNs blocked? Why is encryption under attack? Why are journalists being deplatformed and silenced? Colbert, the WSG, is that what it is? WSG, World Government, Wall Street Journal, whatever the Wall Street, WJS, Wall Street Journal? Yeah, Wall Street Journal, WSJ. Stupid. This is not about safety. This is about keeping it quiet. We are forced into smallness, into politeness, into the world of civility that suffocates truth and replaces raw human honesty with PR-approved by the buzzwords, blood, Squidward, just replaced with Squidward. The world is on fire. No, literally, the oceans are boiling. Billionaires are cosplaying as space cowboys. Shout out Elon Musk. AI is learning how to write better than your favorite author. It's really sad. And instead of screaming about the impending collapse of every institution we believed in, we're being told to focus on whether someone is using the right pronoun. Watch this race bait. This is really cool. The right and left have to fight each other. There's only ever two sides. Centrists are dumb. They're stupid. There's no nuance in the world. Everything's black and white. It's ingrained in us so deeply because I'm black and a white person's watching this. That's what's going on. You're not crazy for feeling like everything is wrong. You're not broken for struggling to express yourself in a world that punishes nuance and rewards rage. You are not alone and feeling like the walls are closing in because they are. But they're made of velvet now. Oh, this is cool. And they whisper sweet nothings as they crush you. And the most radical thing you can do in this moment is to make something. To say everything away and to remind the world that you were never meant to be small. If you made it this far in the video, if you are here, look at me in my very, very tired looking eyes. Look at them. Please. Make a video. It will not be seen by anyone. Period. Make a video. Go scream into the void and make a video. If everybody that watches this video makes a video and tells everyone to make a video, we may get somewhere. We need silence that is loud. We need to stop worrying about the wrong things and focus on the things that need to be focused on first. We have spent too much time being angry at the wrong shit. Too long. I need you. I need you, please. I really need you. I have nothing else to add. I'll make a very big video tomorrow, probably, where I organize my thoughts better. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. So yeah, have a lovely day or night. This is me looking at my OBS to end the recording. Bye.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my lower low. Happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride.